you could tell guys were shattered. It was some guys' last Olympics. It sucks. You got to wait, till 28 now to go again. But
yeah, the opportunities only come around four times a year.
Once every 4 years.
Yeah, once every 4
4
years.
times a year would be good.
Yeah, it would be good. But
what other sports did you watch, Gin? I feel like you'd be a nuffy for the Olympics.
yeah, there's something around. I watched the 10K swim.
wow, that is random.
Why that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was just down bad one day, and I was just sitting at home, and it went for 2 hours. But like,
You watched the whole thing?
watched the whole thing, and there was
10K, it's a
six
long
Man,
six
I
laps.
can't even
and that-
swim a K in the pool.
I know.
He's a superstar. He is an absolute superstar. Tom Mitchell. Cripps at the back. Cripps is too good. Yes! Oh, how good was that?
All right, we're going for the Australia's version of LeBron's barbershop. Jack Ginnivan, Josh Giddey. Not often you get Giddey and Giddey in the same room, but boys, thanks for coming on. I'm looking forward to having a chat about the Olympics, kids. So maybe we start there. Talk to me about that final game, because I feel like Giddey and I were just chatting before. We're just as heartbroken watching as fans. Like, that was tough.
Yeah, it's a tough way to go out, and like, with the Olympics, it's like we played 4 games, you win 1, and you're in the quarterfinals. So it can go so quickly. And I mean, to go out the way we did, up 25 in that game.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably thought we were home and comfortable, and they're probably led by the best player in the world. So took our foot off the gas a little bit. They came back, but heartbreaking stuff. I mean, just the locker room after the game, the whole like vibe of the team from there was just, you could tell guys were shattered. It was some guys' last Olympics, some of our first, but just devastating. And I mean, it sucks. You got to wait, till 28 now to go again. But it'll be a completely different team. Like, new faces will be in the team. But I mean, it just shows how quickly things like that can go, and you kind of got to cherish and can't take possessions and games for granted in a tournament like that.
Yeah, it was. It went to overtime because obviously they made the comeback, but then I remember you hit a 3. Obviously, Paddy hit a buzzer beater. It was just such a back and forth game. But have you had much time to reflect on the tournament as a whole? Because you individually, like, I was just looking at the numbers: 18, 8, and 6, like one of the best players of the tournament. Like, you must be proud of that at least. Obviously, you went there to win a medal.
Yeah,
ideally gold, but you must be pleased with how you went.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good playing well yourself, but I mean, to win 1 game out of 4 was disappointing.
Yeah.
I think we had a much better team than our record showed. But yeah, I mean, it's just, again, like, you only play 4 games, so it's such a small sample size when you base it off numbers. But yeah, I mean, I'd much prefer to have worse numbers and win games than have good numbers and lose games. So it sucks, it's heartbreaking, but it is what it is now. It's obviously you reflect on it, like on the flight home and stuff. There's a lot of what ifs and what you could have done differently. And every player,
A slight bounce of the ball here and there.
Yeah, it's so many, and especially in a 1-point game like that. There's so many things I could have done better. A lot of our guys could have. So it's easy to dwell on it, but it's done now. You can't do anything, so you got to put it behind you and get ready for the next one.
How much of the Olympics do you watch, Gin? Were you all over the basketball?
Yeah,
Because you rate yourself as a baller. You're so average.
Nah, I'm pretty average. I'm just a defender and love grabbing rebounds. But nah, not that much.
You're 3-and-D without the 3.
Without the 3. But it was, like you'd said, it was obviously they had Joker, so the best player in the world. So it's pretty tough to guard him and manage him. But yeah, I get around it a lot, and I love watching the Olympics.
You stayed up and watched the first game, you said. Was that the only one you saw live?
Yeah, probably live. Yeah, Spain and this guy taking the piss.
Yeah,
but
so good.
No, it was good viewing, and like you said, the opportunities only come around four times a year.
Once every 4 years.
Yeah, once every 4 years.
4 times a year would be good.
Yeah, it would be good. But
Play every 3 months.
But yeah, it was good shit.
It was kind of bizarre that, and Gids, you can elaborate on how this actually worked, but so we went 1 and 2 in our pool, and we still got through the quarterfinals on points difference. Yep. So we had 3 from our pool. Who were the 3 teams that went through? And like, did we have to rely on a result in the last game to get through?
We lost to Greece. If we had to beat Greece, we would have gone through. Like, no problems. But when we lost to Greece, we had to rely on Canada beating Spain, which everyone probably thought was an easy match. Canada was going to win, so we weren't stressing too much. But we played it. I think it was 1 o'clock that day, and they played at 5 o'clock. So we finished our game, we lost, and then we had to wait for that game.
Did you get together and watch the game?
No, so all the boys did, but I went to the game. I was actually like, I wanted to go watch it live because I just couldn't sit there with the team, and I wanted to be by myself while I watched it, and it was a close game. Canada was up early. I thought we were good. Who were they playing? Spain comes all the way back, and it was a 1-point game, and Shea had a free throw. He made the first, or made one, missed one, whatever. 2-point game, and Spain had a full court shot for the game, and I was sitting in a perfect view of it, and I thought it was get down.
No way.
And the ball felt like the ball was in the air forever. He missed, and then we went through. We went through in second place. Spain went through in third.
Yeah.
Greece got knocked out. So, and it just shows you win one game, you can still get through. So
Yeah.
the Olympics is such like a 12-team tournament, so three pools of 4. And yeah, I mean, we got essentially we got lucky. Like, you know, there was obviously numbers. If we had lost to Greece by more than 17, and we would have been out. Like, there was a bunch of different point differentials, but luckily it went the way it did. And I mean, we got a chance. You know, we made it to the quarterfinals with a clean slate, and we were
Almost
1 point
got it
away
done
from
too.
going to the next
A game
round.
against Team USA would have been good. What other sports did you watch, Gin? I feel like you'd be a nuffy for the Olympics. Did you lock into like something random?
Yeah, there's something around. I watched the 10K swim.
Wow, that is random.
Why that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was just down bad one day, and I was just sitting at home, and it went for 2 hours. But like,
You watched the whole thing?
watched the whole thing, and there was
10K. It's a long.
6, yeah,
Man,
6
I
laps.
can't even
and they were-
swim a K in the pool.
I know, it's
Club.
actually incredible to watch. Like, they're swimming on like thorns next to and like had to go against the current and shit. It was actually unbelievable viewing. And when they came out, it felt like they weren't even tired. It was like some of the athletes are going around in the Olympics are just crazy.
Yeah. What about you kids? Like, you're over there live. Talk to us about the actual village itself and the vibe in Paris. Like, was it cool just to be able to see? Could you go around and watch other sports, or did you stay pretty locked in?
You could. I mean, I didn't. I actually didn't see any other sports. I think it's like because everyone in the village wants to go watch athletics and all the main events, and it's a nightmare to get tickets for. And the village is cool. It's like, I mean, there's 15,000 people in there, all different countries. There's a lot of like elite athletes in there. So you walk around, you bump into everyone. So the village life is pretty cool. I didn't actually, few of us didn't stay in the village, but the whole atmosphere is awesome. Like, Paris is just buzzing. There's celebrities everywhere. Like, everyone comes in for it. The streets are like, you see a police officer every, 5 meters. Like, it's just that restricted, and the security's so heavy. But yeah, just unbelievable atmosphere. I mean, the basketball sold out every game. It was a soccer stadium they were playing in. They turned it into like a 30,000 seat stadium, and
It was packed
every
out.
game was sold out. Like, it was unbelievable, the atmosphere. So
You
lot
would have
of fun.
thrived in that again.
Yeah, that's unreal.
That's up your alley.
there's no 90,000 at the G, but
Yeah,
it's,
it would have felt similar in
yeah,
time.
like tight, small, especially like in a small arena, it's loud. Like, but 30,000 for a basketball game is a
Yeah, that's
massive,
huge.
Yeah, massive crowd.
You're a big LeBron man,
Yeah, I love LeBron.
because did he win the official MVP of the tournament?
Yeah, I think he did. He ended up winning it.
Where does that put him on GOAT ratings of like all sportsmen? Like, is he him now?
I think he's the best ever through any sport. I'm putting him number 1.
Number
one
one
athlete
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
Shit.
definitely over Jordan for sure.
Are you a Giddey or Jordan man?
Giddey or Jordan.
Sorry.
Yeah, Giddey.
Yeah,
for
Giddey
sure.
over Jordan.
Nah,
Are you a Jordan or LeBron
I mean, I
man?
grew up in the LeBron era, like
Yeah.
same as Giddey,
Yeah.
probably. Like, so I never watched Michael live
I
or
know.
Jordan. I shouldn't say Michael.
Michael,
I didn't
he's
watch
like your best
Jordan.
mate.
Yeah, I didn't watch Jordan live, so it's hard to. I mean, they're both great, but
It's hard to like fathom that he's almost 40. I just read the other day. He's like 1 month off 40 or something. And he's the MVP, and he's still arguably like, well, he's just been the MVP of the Olympics. Like, he's literally done everything. Like,
Yeah.
he's still going at it
Yeah.
high clip.
it's nuts.
They're like, even like Curry, like he's like 36. Like, that was
Yeah.
probably like the best Olympic game ever in the final.
Yeah.
Like, some of that heat check.
Oh my
that he
God.
was just like,
He nailed 4 threes. What about the arc on the one of the last
yeah,
ones?
I'm just
Double
like,
team, and he had KD like wide open. Like,
Yeah.
and LeBron, I think.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
He's like,
oh,
nah.
I'm that good.
Apparently, he's going to the crowd. I'm not missing again. He said that before he came out after a timeout, and he just drilled 4 threes. Because that game, even the final, was pretty tight.
yeah,
Because like we touched on before you went away, Gids, like obviously on paper, Team USA, how are you going to beat them? It's unbeatable. But
yeah.
talk a little bit about the style of basketball, because it seems as though all the games are tight. Like us v Serbia, Team USA teams still get within reach of beating them.
Yeah, I mean, well, the big difference is a 40-minute game opposed to NBA's 48, so less time to like blow a team out. The rules are different. Like, there's no 3 second in the paint, so guys can just sit in the lane and like clog it up. And I think the thing with the US is like those guys have never played together before. Where a lot of these other countries, like the main core group has been together for a while, so that helps. But the rest of the world is like catching up to the US, and it's pretty evident. Like, you see teams taking them. Like, South Sudan took them to a 1-point game. Like, it kind of just shows how the rest of the world is catching up. But I mean, the team that they put together is probably the best basketball team that's ever been put together in the history of the universe. But I mean, yeah, teams took it to them all tournament and even in the pre-tournament. But that team was, I mean, unbelievable, and it's going to be remembered, forever.
Yeah. Who were you most impressed with, like watching the Boomers? Obviously, Giddey starred. Paddy went off that last game. Who else do you like for our future?
Well, obviously Dice, Bendigo boy from where I'm
Shout
from.
out to Dice.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that first game I was watching his defense, like just steals blocks, like just amazing hands, like, and he's so quick, like stays in front of his opponent, which is like unreal. So yeah, probably Dice, I reckon.
I love Dante Exum's game as well. Like I know he's had a lot of injuries in his career, but I don't know. He's got some X factor. He's got bounce. He can score. I don't know. Like what about him and we've touched on Dice, but him and Jock are pretty elite
great.
for our
I
team.
thought Jock was our best player all tournament. He was great for us.
Yeah.
Dante was awesome. I think someone like Dante could easily have taken on a bigger role. Like I think he's that good and fits our team perfectly. Plays defense, does it both sides of the ball. So he was great. And I think, but on Jock, I thought he was unbelievable for us. Like such a big piece of what we're doing and going forward. He'll be the next few Olympics. So we're gonna have a lot of the same team. Some guys will go, but I mean, the core group that we've got is going to put us in good stead for, the next 10, 12 years.
When I hit the golf course with the boys, we like to keep it competitive by having a friendly bet on who has the best score, longest drive, and even nearest to the pin. To place these bets, we use Buddy Bet Golf. Buddy Bet Golf allows you to bet against your mates within the app. Simply create your bet in the app, invite your buddies, play the round, and then declare the winner. Buddy Bet Golf takes out the hassle of carry cash or chasing out the mate that stiffs you on a bet. We all know a few of those. Download the app today and give Buddy Bet Golf a try.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call 1800 858 858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. I want to touch on both your teams because Gid's heading to Chicago and obviously Ginney trying to go for a back-to-back flag with Hawks. They're up and about. Let's start with the Hawks. What's happening down there? Because you guys are started zipping 5. Giddey jumped on board to the Pies last year. Now he's thinking about jumping back to the Hawks. You guys are up and about. Went to the Carlton game on the weekend. You guys are flying. What's sort of changed and how's it been within the club the last 10 weeks or so?
Yeah, it's weird. Like obviously, zipping 5, and then in my mind, I'm like, holy shit, what have I done here? Initially, and then but just the like belief within the young group, and like because we're so naive and we're also confident as like young kids, we just try to go about our business like every day, and probably all the coaches just instilled so much belief in us after winning our first game and just gradually getting better. And we had a few like honest conversations early on, which has helped out. And since then we've learned a few lessons along the way. The Port Adelaide game, we lost by a point, but then we learned the lesson the next week and won the close game. And then, since then everyone's just being themselves. And you were saying before, like we have such an even spread. So it's like, we don't rely on one or two players to win us games. We rely on basically everyone, which is so good.
Well, I sort of said to you, like, who are going to be your All-Australian potential candidates this year? And you said, I don't think anyone, which goes to show you got a lot of good players even. Like your best and fairest is going to be really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably Maury is the only one that will make it. Maybe Mass, D'Ambrosio might be in the squad. But yeah, like I said, I feel like that's what you need. You need an even spread everywhere, and that helps a lot.
What's your take on the footy season this year, Gids? Because I feel like you say yourself, you like footy more than basketball.
Yeah, I'm a big super coach guy.
Yeah,
So
love
I'm
super coach.
That's like a full-time job for me.
Part-time basketballer.
Yeah, but no, footy, I mean, I get there as much as I can.
Yeah, you got a heaps of games.
Yeah, and I like, because I'm not like just a random watcher, I actually understand the game and understand what's happening. So footy, I'm much like, I get to the footy as much as I can. But it's been a great year. I mean, it's so close from, first to 13th. Like the race is so close. And, and it's good seeing like, boys like the Hawks, young team coming up, like a rebuilding team, push for the 8. So it's been a great year to watch. And it's going to come down to, the last 2 rounds to see who gets those, final, whatever it is, 4 spots in the 8. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, I was at the Hawks Carlton game and the Hawks put on a clinic. So it's been a lot of fun to go to and watch, but the finals will be great.
I feel like,
How do you go at Supercoach?
I wasn't good this year. I just missed out on our finals in our league. I was 9th, top 8 make the finals.
Okay. Isn't it weird though? I remember from the back in the days I used to do it. Like the last 4, say the finals effectively for Supercoach is the last 4 games of the home and away.
Yeah.
So teams could rest players and things. It actually kills your dream team.
Kills you. Like injury. And this year was just full of injuries and like suspensions or whatever the case was. Like, and I ran out of trades early, so I was playing from behind for a while.
Aggressive in trade period.
Yeah, I was aggressive all year. using my boosts and 3 trades. I was getting after
Were you a
it.
dream teamer? Gin?
Nah, I was just thinking like I'm a massive NBA fantasy guy, but like
Yeah.
I would never do Supercoach.
Are you guys allowed to do Supercoach?
Yeah.
I've done it before,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
AFL fantasy with the AFL, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure guys do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they do. A few of our young guys do it
Yeah.
at the club, and they'll go around and tell the boys if they've been traded in and out,
Yeah.
and like who they need to take the kick outs.
Yeah.
Literally.
Kickouts are good for Supercoach.
Yeah.
I got a little fun fact for you. I'm going to do a little flex here. I actually came 4th I was in year 8 at school, so it must have been 2008. Anyway, I'm going to look into that again because I'm going to dig that up. But
Fourth in
that
Supercoach.
was similar to Gears.
Oh, you
like, I
came
was like,
4th in Supercoach.
yeah, Dream Team, AFL
Wow.
Dream Team. That was a
Never
long
done
time
Dream
ago.
Team.
But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, that's
That's
a good
mate,
start.
that's big time.
What about Chicago? You've been over there obviously when the trade went through? What's it like as a city? Have you like bought a place, rented a place? What's the plan for when you get there?
Yeah, got to play. I went. The trade happened in the morning, and I flew out that night.
Yeah.
So got. I was there for 48 hours. You have to do a day of physicals just so the trade can go through.
Yeah.
Both teams got to be happy that the player like Caruso would have done it with the Thunder.
Yeah.
I had to do it with the Bulls, and both players are healthy. Trade's good.
Yeah.
And then I obviously met everybody, looked around for houses and places, and it's all in Chicago. All the houses like 40 minutes out of the city, so most guys are in like townhomes, apartments, and things like that. So got a place. All the stuff's getting moved from OKC to Chicago, so it should be there before I get there. Get settled in and get into preseason.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You been to Chi-Town?
Where?
Have you been to Chicago?
Nah.
You're doing States maybe this year though, first
Yeah,
time?
States this year, but
Where you
Mate,
going?
maybe after might pop into Chicago. I'm going Miami, Nashville, New York, LA, Hawaii.
Good cities.
They say Chicago is so cold in winter, isn't it?
Freezing.
Yeah.
Like minus, I don't want to guess, minus like 20, 30 degrees.
What?
Like it gets really cold.
Did Balenciaga do puffer jackets? Because I reckon you might need a few of them for your walkouts.
I know, it's-
Yeah.
it gets really cold there.
Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
It's Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Oh,
But
I don't
might
know.
be making
That's
that up.
cold.
Yeah, but it's like
Minus 20.
Like when it's cold and it's windy, it like cuts your face. Like it's
All right.
really.
Well, you would
cold.
have been there, obviously traveling on road trips.
Yeah, I've never played there during
Winter.
when it's been that cold though.
Yeah.
So, but I've heard snows and all
Yeah.
that, obviously.
Who have you met of the players? Like obviously teams are still trying to fill roster spots. You would have met the head coach.
Yeah.
Like any notable names that are still going to be around. Obviously you guys are a young team.
Yeah.
And you won't pump yourself up, but I will. They're going to build the team around you, especially after the Olympics. But that's what it looks like is going to happen. But have you rubbed shoulders with anyone who you still think will be there for the short, long
I mean,
term?
when I went there, obviously a lot of the guys in the offseason get out. Like they're not a lot of guys are in Chicago unless you're like from there.
Yeah.
So a lot of them weren't there while I was there, but bumped into a few guys. But I mean, they got a good team. I mean, like Zach's still there, Kobe White, like Vooch, like they got good players. They got young guys. Lonzo's still there, so they got a good team. I mean, I didn't get to meet everyone as I said, but just watching from afar, like. And their arena huge. I think they got the biggest arena in the NBA. So fans like in Chicago love the Bulls.
Yeah.
So rich history with the club,
Yeah,
obviously with Jordan. So
Yeah, I wonder how much like that still carries its weight, Jordan, and everything he did. Like,
Fair bit, I would reckon.
yeah, like there's so much aura there.
Legit. I was going to say Kobe White last year. I feel like
Yeah.
watching him and like doing fantasy and stuff, he was like dominating.
Is
He's
he?
such like
Is
a
he the
good
guard?
Yeah, guard, afro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
such a good shot. Like
Yeah.
from three, he's a
Yeah.
good player.
he's a gun.
He'll
Broke
bounce
out
off.
last
He'll-
year. That was
yeah.
like his kind of coming out party. But
Yeah, and so Zach LaVine, you mentioned him. Where's DeRozan at now? He's in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Kings.
But he
Yeah.
was Chicago
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did his trade go down? What happened?
No, he got traded for I don't remember who for. I think Chris Duarte, young guy that was in my draft class.
Was he from the Pacers?
Yeah, he was Pacers, Kings.
Yeah.
Then
they got to clear cap space for Giddey to get
Yeah,
in.
nah, but yeah, no, good team. Like good mix of like vets, younger guys. So
Yeah.
it'll be a lot of fun.
We're sort of bouncing around from footy to basketball, back to footy here. So I have a question.
We'll stay on footy.
You want to stay on footy? I know you do.
I
I'll
like
do
to
that
go
for you, and then I'll go back to basketball for you. Let's do we're almost at the end of the season. It'll be good to wind back and go through the clips of our pre-season predictions. Who's going to win the Brownlow? Who's going to win the Premiership? Who's going to be the runner-up? This is, or maybe
Yeah.
you can say Hawks can win it.
Yeah.
I know that's what you're
I
going to
think
say.
Dakes, if he finishes the next two games, he's been getting tagged, so it's been like hard for him.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to back him in. He's going to get 6 votes next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then
I don't
he's my
reckon it's
boy.
been won yet. I reckin the next 2 weeks are going to decide it.
Not like your year where you're just sitting pretty on top. No, I reckon, and then us, and I'll go GWS.
Wow.
Us to win it versus GWS.
Who you got, Gids?
I got I think Nick. I just think the tagging is tough to deal with. I think Cripper's gonna be right up there. I mean, as you said, I think it's like a 4-legged race. I think Lockie Bont will be up
Oh,
there.
yeah,
The ball magnets boys are
Lockie.
Yeah,
yeah. Neil could be up there. Again.
I'd say
What happens if you get 3 Brownlows? Like, where does that put you in all-time status?
yeah, it's right up there.
Yeah, that's unreal.
And a second.
You can tie like the Brownlow can
You
tie.
can tie it. It hasn't been a tie for years. Maybe this is the year for the
What
tie.
if there is a tie? Both guys get the medal.
Yeah.
Gee, I didn't know that. But yeah, I think, and then for the flag, like I'd love to see a team like Hawks or a team that's like right on the cusp of the 8 get to the final. But
Yeah.
I'd say Brisbane,
Yeah.
probably Brisbane. I mean Sydney.
Sydney, if they can get their mojo back,
Yeah.
like they were like round 10, they were unbeatable. Like it was season over, everyone was saying. But it's funny how this year every team sort of had their run. Like, you know, Carlton have had losses in a row, so have Collingwood. Sydney have obviously had their
Bombers.
stint. Bombers, like every team.
Yeah.
Geelong had a run.
It's so up and down.
It's
like
crazy.
It's sort of like they say it every year, but like you just got to time your run. Like,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of luck that's involved, like injuries and stuff like that. So if you can, get your run right into September, and all you need to do is win 4 games or 3 games when you're in September, and like it's basically anyone's ball game.
I better give my prediction as well.
Mm.
I reckon Cripper's going to win it. And I think he's set for a big game in Perth. He loves playing in Perth. So I
They got
reckon
West Coast this week.
They got West Coast.
West Coast win.
Both coming up.
He was actually going to. We almost had the 4 of us today. We had baby commitments. Otherwise, that would have been a.
That's you soon.
Hey,
That's you soon.
give me 5 years. I'm 31, but I still got to grow up a bit. Yeah, Cripper's going to win it. If not, I would like to say Lockie, another ball magnet or whisper. I know I'm covering all bases here, but I think Cripper's going to win it. And I think grand final will be Brisbane and I reckon the Dogs. Have you got a mate who's always bragging about their latest NBA same-game multi-wins but never seem to have the good mail for yourself? Well, get them to jump on BuddyBet where the spoils can be shared. BuddyBet is your one-stop shop for social betting and it has unique products like peer-to-peer, jackpot, and BuddyBet Golf that you won't find anywhere else. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call 1800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
No Hawks.
Sorry.
Doesn't want to see me go back to
No
back.
Hawks. I don't want to see you go back to back.
Can Collingwood still make it?
We can still make it, but we need a bit to go our way.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So it's not just 2 wins and you're in. It's
no,
like you
we
other
need to
results.
rely on results, which is not probably the position you want to be in. But yeah,
I
it
think
is
it's
what it
good
is.
though for the league. Like when it's that competitive.
I know. Like
it's-
it happened with Geelong the other year. The team that won the flag missed finals
yeah,
potentially going to happen with us.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Last basketball question. How was it playing against your old teammates against Canada, Shea and Lou Dort? Was there any trash talk out there?
Nah, they're both like Shea's a quiet. He doesn't talk a lot out there. Lou is just like a nightmare to go against. So I never realized it because the first half like Brooks was on me, and I was playing pretty well. The second half Lou was on me, and it was just a nightmare. Like
He's locking down.
and I never played against
picking you
him.
up full court, weren't they?
Picking up Lou. I mean Lou was
Yeah.
like doesn't get screened. He's strong, like he's quick. I mean. And I never realized it because I was on his team the whole time, so I didn't appreciate it for like how good he actually is defending the ball. But it'd be like a tagger, like not letting you go the whole game. He's
Yeah.
just like elite defense.
Even Dylan Brooks.
yeah, I mean they're
know.
two like elite defenders.
Yeah.
Literally.
Brooks is a funny guy.
Yeah,
like,
he was in your face at one point. I was like,
he's good competitor, like good dude. Like
I do remember that. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
he's got a bit of your energy, just like stirring the pot.
yeah,
He like fouled you just running down the
yeah,
court, and I was like,
double
"Ooh."
foul. But
He just wants to be
Plays
like,
hard.
you got a bit of that about your kid.
but it's fun. Like I think it's fun going against guys like that. you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes the game gets so serious and
Yeah,
like
creates
guys
that
like that.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but it's fun. Like that. Obviously, Shea
Yeah.
does what he does.
yeah,
but
he's pretty
He's-
quiet.
I think
isn't he?
Dice did a good job on him.
He's pretty quiet out there. He doesn't say much.
Nah, not while he plays. Like
Doesn't say
off the
I'm,
court, like
doesn't say I'm him or anything because he could.
Yeah, he could.
yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, super talented guy.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah,
He'll win
so
MVP this year.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's
so good to watch. Let's finish now because we're going to play a quick numbers game because I know we all rate ourselves. Got a few quick ones to get out of the way and then let's bounce.
Cool.
Good chat.